Hello and welcome back. My last stream actually crashed, so you can see here I've actually done some more work while you were gone, and you should not have been able to see this yet. But that's basically all I've done while you were gone. This kind of area here, that's not my fault by the way. The recording software somehow stopped working. And if you go back looking at the video of this the last live stream, you can actually not find that part either, but it's not too much, so I hope you don't mind that. I was thinking I'm gonna go over here a bit, take a look at the different areas. I did a little bit here with these paths. I'm gonna continue with that and just fill in with some nice pedestrian paths here. Like so. That should work. Could also add one here. That way. And just have one connect there. Just add a few paths here and there to kind of connect this up a bit more. That way. That should be good. I'm gonna try and add a few of these as well. Zebra crossings. One here, that should be useful. One there maybe. Or just move them to one place. That could also work. Like so. There we go. Let's go back to this area. I was thinking of adding some sort of fence here to protect the drivers from the trains. And not some super advanced thing, just really a small fence. Something like this could work. So just use the curve tool and have it follow along here. Like so. Kind of hard to make this fit here. I should maybe try to use the PLT anarchy mode. That way the railway wouldn't be any problem anymore. That should be good. Move this a little down here again. That's good. A little bit fenced in here. Not sure how efficient that fence is gonna be. Well, if you draw with a car here, you can basically just jump over that fence. Let's redo that. So that the cars can't get to the railway that easy. Strange shape on the fence here. Actually, I could put it a bit closer. Let's try from this point. Remove that fence afterwards. Like so. That should be good. Let's see over here. There it was. So that should be good. Let's go in first person and see how that actually looks. Okay, so that looks fair from this point. A little bit missing fence here apparently. Let's try and fix that quickly. I guess that can work. And from this point on, the fence is starting to look really strange. Guess I'll just have to smooth out the terrain a bit more. If that works. Okay, that doesn't work. So what can I do then? I could remove the fence from about here, I guess. From that point, let's select props only and just kind of remove the fence over here like so. Okay, that didn't work. I had to hold shift apparently. Let's see, to about there. That should work. Remove that. I'm gonna define without fence there, I guess. So now that's done, I can move on to some other things, such as, for example, filling in with some residential in this area and this area. That should work. Let's fill in this area here in this way. Add a playground for them that way, and that should be good. Let's wait to see how that looks eventually when we start building. Also, let's add water here right away. Increase the residential demand a bit. We could also just finish this right away while we're waiting for the rest to build. So something like that. Connected here as well. That should be good. I could also add a tiny roundabout here at the end. This is a bit difficult. I should probably activate the road guidelines. Let's just take a good guess here. Okay, that should be fine. Maybe try and move it a bit further with this move it tool. That should be good. Now let's add some houses here. This is probably gonna be a bit difficult, so I'm gonna use the recon mod for that. Playground here. Try to keep a small distance from the railway. So just kind of make the houses a bit smaller. That's good. Let's find a suitable house for fitting around that roundabout here. You can use that one and just sort of copy it with the move it tool in this matter. That should be good. missing water over here. Actually, I'm gonna continue that all the way here to ensure they all get water. That should be good. I'm gonna try to make this a bit steeper so that it kind of follows the shape of the surrounding here, if you understand what I mean. And I'm also going to add a concrete tile here. Two by two, like so. That seems kind of nice. Actually, I could actually do this. I think that would be pretty cool. Of course, I'd have to disable the requirement for them to wait here. Like so. And now these can only go that way. This can only go that way, and so on. While this can only go that way. That should work. Let's add another concrete tile here. Like so. I'm also going to add a small curve to this, if that's possible. So you can see it's probably a bit higher up there, actually quite a bit. I'm gonna try to even that out first. Actually, probably from that road. So somewhere like that should work, and increase the height of that one, like so. Now I can add a curve here without any strange glitches. To an extent, of course. Add too much and it will glitch anyways. So that should work. Let's take a look at the directional markers here, and they are not harmed, so that should be good. Could actually just as well replace it with a road like that. I'm not gonna do that, that's too much work. I'll have to redo everything, basically. Okay, there's a bit of traffic here. Mostly because of this, I guess. I'm gonna try to flatten this out a bit more. That should be better. I'm gonna make this a bit steeper so I get that cliff texture here. Okay, that looks kinda cool. Connect this again. Like so. Okay, connect these as well. Does that work? That works. This is sort of a weird hill right now because it's going sort of inwards when it comes up here. I'm gonna try to correct this a bit. Let's see. Road pattern here might be a bit bad. Just gonna remove the roads here. I'm gonna use the movie tool and just remove most of the things in here. Maybe not the trees. That should be good. Just have everything gone. And let's try to improve that by reducing the amount of industrial zone. It looked a bit too massive for being so far out. That's the reason I had to fix this. This should be a lot better. Let's select only buildings now. Try to kind of select this area. Okay, so this counts as buildings, which isn't good. Well, you know, they don't really matter that much, since it's not really a bridge, so I guess that's fine. That should be good. Try to move some of the zoning in here to make this a little less dense. That should work. That should be good. Try and kind of make this a bit more rural here. The edge was kind of too rough. I'm gonna try and fade it out a bit more. Could use some of these to make this weird crawls on the end here. Like so. So that kind of glitched. Oh, hello. Welcome to my stream, Anthony. I'm missing electricity here, I didn't notice that. That should be good. Let's try and add some houses here now. That should be good. Okay, so this shouldn't be as dense anymore. I could also try to sort of make this a bit more natural by continuing this road straight ahead here, sort of having it through here, and having it come in there instead of this weird turn. Could help. Probably not too much. Let's try and see. Also, let's disable parking here. These tend to click on both at the same time for some strange reason. That should be good. No parking on that road. Disable parking here as well. Don't want them parking here. This is sort of a main road, so I'm gonna try to force them off that by disabling the parking. There we go. And since I've done that, I should also give them some alternatives by adding a parking lot over here. Let's see it there. This one. That should be good. Could do the same here. Just add a few parking lots. I should probably restrict the commercial zone to a lower level. See, these are pretty much too tall for the area. And same with residential. That should be better. And they're missing electricity up here now since I removed this area. I'm gonna add another farm here. Oops, I removed some of the trees here by accident. That's better. Use the curve tool here. Try to have the trees follow the road. I'm not sure how far the industry goes. Actually goes all the way over there. So we just start having these trees follow around that place. That should be okay. also have to add a small utility area for this farm. Just do the standard thing here. Have this, let's see, farms. Something like that should work. And of course I need a building as usual. Create a few tractor roads. That should be nice. And the last step, as always, is to add some green color here with the resources tool. Just add some fertile land. That should be good. Now I think I should probably remove some of it in the edges here, so it gets a little darker in those areas. Like the other fields here. Or is it just that those aren't colored enough? That should be good. Another small farm finished. Well, actually quite big here. Much better than the industry. Looks more natural in this area. Let's try and see what happens if I do this. Then let them go again. Now this should be a lot more restricted. Shouldn't be able to build as much. Let's also add some houses here. And a few trees. Oops. That's too far. Something about this area just doesn't feel right. I don't know what it is. I guess maybe it's this road down here, which is added on top of the already created road here. Could that be something? Let's see here. Here there's a lot of strange roads going out everywhere. There's none of these here, which is kind of weird, probably. I'm gonna try and redo a piece of this like that. Remove the trees probably. That looks kind of strange. Try and make this look as normal as possible. It's something about this area that doesn't feel right. I don't know what it is, but it's something. Can't really put my finger on it. Let's see. Try to make this fit. Okay, that didn't fit apparently. Okay, no maybe? I'm gonna try to keep these roads a bit more separated. I'm gonna downgrade this, or I guess change it from concrete median to a grass median to make it look more rural. That way. We do the same here. Should be okay. I'm gonna try to kind of connect this now. Let's see. That should be good. Now I'm just going to add a few of these random things, driveway-like features, like I usually do. I hadn't come up with the idea when I created this, so that's why it doesn't look as good as the recent creations. Just add these random shapes here. And that's fine, I guess. A few here as well. That should be much better. Let's add some houses in here and see how that looks eventually. Try not to keep it as dense as the last area. That's partly why it failed, I guess. Try and separate this a bit more. This should be good. Maybe a bit too much here. Yeah. Let's try and see how that goes up. Add some, okay, water they probably have. Yeah, they have water already. So this should be pretty good. The population is probably decreasing a bit now since I removed quite a big chunk of this area. Let's also add a few playgrounds. Actually, this is a parking lot. Can do that as well. Just add a few playgrounds to make them pull faster. Nothing. Nothing at all. I thought it would work. This road is quite nice though. Maybe a bit hard to see the oncoming traffic. We aren't building at all. Let's increase the residential demand. That helped quite a bit. Seems that was the main issue. Are all of these level 1? Apparently not. Why is that? Oops. Let's see, they have to be level 1. So let's tear down some shops. Too tall for this area, sadly. Industry. Let's take a look at that. Are they restricted? No, they're not. Strange. Let's try and add a few parking lots, see if that helps. Make them level up. Doesn't seem like it changed a lot. Quite a few new houses built here though. I could extend this a bit further so that there can be a few houses on it actually. Kind of useless if no one builds on it. Same here. Let's see, where else? Yeah, I think that was all the useless ones. Missing some water here, okay? That's better. Yeah, I think it's gonna be looking a bit less dense now. Still quite dense, but mostly around here and here. So it's a little bit better at least. Nice view of the city here. There's still quite a bit of space to build on. A little bit here. Quite a lot here actually. I'm going to spare this. This entire area is free. Going to spare this. This one can be used. This can be used. What else? Up on the hills here. Yeah, and well, there's a quite big ocean here that could be used. I could lower the sea level a bit and change this to become a sort of what can I say? Mountain village? Is that what it would become? Probably. I think it would look kind of strange. Probably. A bit at least. I'll have to decide where I'm gonna build. Yeah. The thing is, even though there's quite a bit of space left here, I don't want to max it out entirely. As you can see, it's quite important to keep some of the areas for agriculture. So the rural areas take up a lot of space without really increasing the population anything at all. If we made a district here, let's actually do that right now. The biggest one here. Try not hit the other zones. Oops. That was an accident. So fill it in like that, and now we can click here and see how many people live here. You can see only about 900 is living in these rural areas here with the farms. One household per farm, I guess. And there's this one as well. If we remove that from the district, we can probably see a drastic decrease in population. Let's try and check now. Yeah, 300. So most of the people live in this area, I guess. Let's try to fill this out a bit more. Use the tiny brush here and try to make it a bit more exact. Kind of follow the pattern of the fields here. Like so. That should be good. These don't really have a district. should probably fix that. Not gonna do that right now, but I could take a look over here and consider expanding with some more houses. I don't think that would be too bad. This is quite a big area, so it would be a shame to waste that away. I'm gonna take a quick walkthrough right now actually, and let you see a little bit more of the city. While I go on my phone and write up a list of all the mods I need to download for the next stream, and assets of course. Things always tend to look a lot more different when you are seeing things from the ground. Probably even hard to recognize some areas for me, even though I have built this city. This isn't too hard to recognize, mostly for the roundabout, so right now I'm perfectly capable of knowing where I am. So that should be fine. But some areas are pretty similar, so they can be difficult to identify. This area doesn't look too bad. The trees and everything kinda makes it look more of a zoo actually. But that's just me, I don't know. Those trees are probably normal in some areas. So for you watching, this could be completely normal, I guess. The live oak trees, which you can see on the side of the road here, are pretty cool actually. They have a nice texture, so even close up they look pretty realistic. This is a bus. You can see how it bends, which is pretty cool. I'm currently in the city center actually. You can see that by this canal right here, which only exists in the city center, and by the three-lane one-way road, which I barely use anywhere except the city center. And of course, if I look around here, you can see there's quite a few skyscrapers, which is pretty cool. There's a lot of tourists as well. I think that's the one with a hat and the one with a camera. That should be the tourists. Okay, that was strange. I didn't want the car to move that way. Just cross the swing kinda. Is that maybe part of reckless driving with a traffic manager? You can see this truck here, quite steep road. Should be okay. This might be a little too steep in terms of realism. Under here you will probably see some pretty messed up stuff. This is how the world looks from underneath. You can see everything, I guess. And this is yeah, what's this? Some strange bus stop, I guess. And they decided to drive into the crowd. How wonderful. Evil bus drivers. I thought we had gotten rid of those. What? Okay. That's wonderful. Haven't seen that before. Never really realized bus drivers could do that in City Skylines. Apparently they can. Which isn't too good, I guess. Now we are on the highway, as you can see. Not really sure which interchange. It could be yeah, I know where this is. It's hard to explain, but I know where it is, at least. Okay, this is a bit strange. Going up and down like that. I'll have to fix that. Let me see, it's right here. Yep. Try and fix that. Raise the bridge up a bit. Could also lower it a bit here. The signal to the computer mouse is kind of bad right now, which is annoying me a bit. There you go, let's see how that looks. If I can get a good signal here, try to move it a bit, there you go. Other signal. Follow the car here. See how it drives now. Seems a lot better. Not too many strange turns. Let's just follow this car for a moment here and see where that goes. This car might actually be going up to the areas around here. Maybe it's someone that lives in those areas. It could also be someone that wants to go in the industry, to the industry here. For all I know, maybe they even want to go this way. But I would assume they could take that road instead, if that was the case. Hold on, seems there's some kind of glitch over here. What's this? Let me try and fix that. Is that better? Yeah? Okay, good. Let's move back here. Find the correct car. This one. Let's see where it's going. Okay, that's actually kind of a spoiler. I actually saw where it was going. Let's change car quickly, so we don't Okay, that one is going out of the city as well. Let's just find some other place and look at that instead. This one. Where is that going? Let's wait and see. Driving past this abandoned factory. Okay, so it was going to that factory. Let's see where it's going now then. It could take a while to see where this truck is going. If you have any ideas what else I could do, you could come with those suggestions. I'm just basically waiting to have some strange idea pop up in my head of what to build. Actually, I have no idea right now. Used to have all kinds of ideas. Now that I start to stream, I suddenly lose all reflection, I guess. All ability to reflect on my own work. This IKEA truck, that must be a forestry one, isn't that correct? I hope so. IKEA is furniture, so it would kind of make sense to have, you know, wood inside, that kind of products. Let's take a look at this whole city here quickly. I'm gonna start building I'm gonna start building here. This is the area. Okay, so let's start by removing some trees. And make another farm here. That should be good. Now let's add these tree borders. Over here. That way. This kind of frame in this farm area from the forest. Like so. And as usual, I'll make this gravel road here for the farm buildings. One of these is going to be their home. And let's use this and place a few of these. That should be good. Remove that one actually. And now if I just use this gravel road, I can get some nice tractor roads around the entire farm here. This doesn't need to go all the way around. It could actually just end somewhere around here. That would make more sense. And also I could add a small kind of exit here, which will be a forest road. So that's kind of for chopping down trees, I guess. And then I will remove some of the trees around here. Probably something like that. And try to kind of replace them. Let's see here. Somewhere around here there should be a crop for that, which is basically a cut down tree. That could be kind of nice here. Let's see if I can find that. Not there. Might be difficult to find. There, found it. So let's add a few of these. Around here. You kind of indicate that this has been cut down. That doesn't look too bad, does it? Maybe a bit more. This used to be a pretty dense forest, okay. So that should be good, and use a few of these here. Just kind of place these wooden piles to indicate that the trees has actually been cut down and stored. So there you go. That should be good. What else could I add? I could add a car here. Would that make sense? Something like that. Rotate it a bit more in that matter. So it kind of looks like it has been parked that way. What else? I could actually add a few of these really small trees, these ones, to kind of make it look like they have started to regrown a bit. I don't know. Would that make sense? And add a bit grass. This way. That doesn't look too bad, does it? I'm gonna extend the grass a bit further into the forest here, so it doesn't just end immediately. Let's take a look in this forest now. Yeah, that looks a bit better. I could also add a bit more variation here by adding these smaller ones. That's cool. Yeah, I like that actually. And this deforested area doesn't look too bad. And of course I have to add a bit of fertile land here before I forget that. That should be good. No, I'm out of ideas again. Oh, fantastic. I guess I've been streaming too much. I'm gonna take a little more breaks and regain my thoughts. Should be fine for now. I have managed to come up with some ideas here and there. I mean, this isn't the worst idea. I could rotate this one a bit so it doesn't look too similar that way, I guess. Yeah, it was actually good that way. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's possible, but could I maybe increase one here in height, like that? Would that work? Yeah, that works. That's great. Let's try and decrease it a little bit. Let's see here. Uh, okay, that's kind of hard. Oops. Let's see here. I guess I'll have to move it manually. Let's see how that looks. Okay, that's practically invisible. They are so into each other now, so that should be good. Have this pile of logs there. Missing water there apparently. Is there a crop for a tractor? I'm actually curious about that right now. Could have some plants here, maybe. I feel like adding a tractor crop here. That wouldn't be too bad, since it's a farm. Let's see here. Lift truck. That wouldn't fit really with it. Can't really find any tractors here. Maybe I should download a asset for that. I'll write that down right away. Tractor asset. That's good. Some fence maybe? Could that work? Add some fence along here. Or actually along the highway. I think that would make more sense. Like so. Kind of make sure nobody walks onto the highway when they are in this area. That's important. I got a really crazy idea right now. Let's take a look at that in first person if I can manage to get down there. That looks kind of weird, doesn't it? Actually, it wouldn't be too bad if I replace it with a hedge, I think. Let's try. Let's see. Okay, that's not good. This one. Yep. And let's decrease the distance a bit so I don't get that weird separation between them. Okay, that's actually not too bad. Might be a bit too close here. I mean, they are actually hitting the hedge, so I guess that doesn't work. But I could have one here, like so. If you look away from that, nobody will do that, because that's wilderness. But I could imagine someone doing it here, since this is a farm area. So that wouldn't be too bad. Let's take a look here. Yeah, that's pretty good. Have a nice hedge here along the road to kind of protect them from the farmland here. Or opposite, protect the farmland from the cars. Let's see. Do the same here. Add a small opening actually. Like so. That would kind of make sense. Oh, look here. An animal. Is that a wolf? Must be. Let's check. Yep. It's quite a big area. Look at that tiny wolf there. Wandering around. Meeny, meeny, meeny. Yeah, well, where was I? I was here. I guess it's time to add another farm. Where should that be? Could be here. Let's try that. Just kind of in here. Try not to remove too much of the natural vegetation here. We could keep that to our own advantage actually. Yeah, there we go. And let me now quickly add a gravel road here for this farm. Oops. I have apparently forgot to turn off the prop line. Sorry. Prop anarchy tool. There you go. I should add a couple of these and one of these. That should be nice. And at last I could add a tractor road around here. Connect it over here probably. Like that. And now I could just... Okay, maybe I should add some more trees here. So I'm gonna create a line with these, or I want to use a different type of tree now. So I'm gonna use these. I could use these. And not that height, more like 20 meters separation, and just have them go in a line like this, kind of blocking from the wind, so the crops here get a bit of peace. That should be fine. Go back to the usual one here and create a better frame around here like this. That should be good. Maybe a little bit on this side as well. A few gaps for the tractors to get out here. I haven't done that on the other spots, but that should be fine. As you can see, they have a different type of setup. And fill in with some fertile land here. To make this farm complete. That should be good. Nice little farm there. Doesn't look too bad. Does it? Let's see over here. This is kind of strange. So I'll add a few more trees here to make this look a bit better. Oops, that's too far. As you can see, my mouse is actually jumping a bit around, and that is actually not lag from the game itself, but it is my mouse which is kind of lacking a bit battery, I guess, or a bit far from the computer, so the signal is kind of weak. Therefore it tends to kind of jump a bit and miss the signal sometimes, which is annoying. Should probably get a new mouse. Yeah, that should be good. Now they have a bit more forests between their homes. Looks a bit better. Here as well, actually. Since there's multiple places I forgot to fill in with trees. That's a bit too big. Something like that to work. Yeah, that should be good. Maybe try and open a bit space here for the farm so they can easily access the field here. That doesn't look too bad. As you can see, there's quite a few UFOs here at the airport. Uh, that's completely normal in my city. I decided these UFOs should be accepted as fellow citizens of this beautiful city. So if you wonder about that, they are completely acceptable here. And I don't judge them. They can stay for however long they want. I could remove them, but I think they are kind of cool, so I guess it's some sort of future thing. And by the way, this is in like year 2180, so UFOs shouldn't be that much of a weird thing, I guess. Not that I can tell that. Maybe UFOs will never be a sufficient transportation method, or maybe it will. Just like people used to think airships was going to be the amazing new thing and everyone was going to use them to transport goods, or how everyone believed nuclear power was going to be the new thing and the cars was going to be filled with it and stuff like that. My point is the future can be very unpredictable, so I'm not going to say we're going to have UFOs in any near future, but well, it's a nice sci-fi thing to have to your city. I have quite a few sci-fi things. This one, for example, it's not directly sci-fi. It could probably be built, but the style itself is quite futuristic. I have multiple buildings like that. These, for example, I don't know, they might actually be real. Probably, yeah. Well, my point is I have quite a few science fiction elements in this city, including the UFOs, and I think they are pretty cool. Now let's take a look back here at this farm on the island here. Actually, this farmhouse, this house here fits perfectly as a farmhouse. I'm going to remove the zoning here and let that be the main house. And for some strange reason they are not letting me walk, and now I can walk. There's a bunch of wild animals here, wolves and everything. I should probably see if there's a mod that can remove that, so I can prevent these wild animals from spawning here, because that's gonna be a bit weird eventually. At this point I should probably have a bit more control over the wildlife spawners, mostly because I have expanded beyond what's actually supposed to be possible. expanding out here in this area, as you can see, is not vanilla, and I bet there's quite a few wildlife spawners in the middle of these fields here, which could be problematic. Might look a bit strange. Missing electricity here. Gonna fix that quickly. Use the movie tool to connect these. There you go. Now these should have electricity. And this area seems quite nice. I'm gonna fill in with some more trees now that the houses have been built more up. Try to mix the amount of trees, type of trees a bit, so there's not just one type all the time. Looks kind of boring when there's only one. Let's see a little bit more of this, I guess, in here. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty cool. A few of these Siberian pine trees, oak trees of two kinds. Doesn't look too bad. That either. A little bit less dense than it used to be. Yeah. Curious as to what else there's to do now. There's probably a lot of things to do. The problem is I just have to find them. Finding them is the real issue. I mean, practically you have an infinite amount of possibilities. What you can do here has no limits at all. At least not for me, since I actually know how to create my custom assets. So if I want to create a triangle shaped building, I could do that. Or, you know, whatever. Anything I want I could do, but we'll just have to come up with the idea first. And also I don't really know how to make animated assets, so I can't make stuff like custom windmills, custom amusement parks. That kind of stuff is a bit harder. Vehicles, buildings, things that's static are much easier. No, vehicles I'm not quite sure of actually, because I think the wheels turn on the car when they swing. Let's see here. Yeah, they do, so that might be a problem. I don't know how exactly I'm going to define for the computer what is a wheel. Yeah, you can see it's pretty obvious the car uses the wheels. Which is pretty cool though. It'd be really lame if they didn't turn. Let's see if anyone here turns. Here maybe? Let's look at the wheels. So strange. Okay, here they should probably turn a bit more. Still hard to see. Let's find a quite sharp turn. Right here. Maybe that car will turn. Doesn't seem like anyone wants to turn. We all just keep on driving. But this one turns. And you can clearly see on the wheels that the wheel is rotating, which again confirms my theory. Which means maybe I only can make buildings. Yeah, buildings and props basically. I have actually made some props. Let's see here. Is it in here? I have made some. Yeah, it's here. One of these. Those are supposed to be different kinds of banners. One of those are actually a Soviet Union banner. Flagpole. Huh. Why can't I see the flag from a different angle though? It's always one way. That's really strange. I don't like that. Same with the flag wall mounted flagpole. I guess so. Annoying. Haven't really used this. Let's take a look and see if I can get any use of that. Like that maybe. Actually, never mind. That looks weird. It would be cool if they were easier to use. That isn't too bad, I guess. No, technically, you don't want cars on the side of a highway, so not the best idea. That's pretty cool. Gonna remove that again. Like so. Yeah. What's going on? I hope the game isn't crashing. I haven't saved for quite a while. Not good. Not good. Oh no. Okay, so it seems like I'm still in game, but I can't really see the game. I am currently seeing only the desktop, which is strange, I know. And I have tried using Alt Tab, doesn't seem to work. Uh, Okay, so now it seems to be working again. Um, and somehow I'm not sure if the game works. Let's try and load this autosave which I just did. See if it's okay or the same error occurs. Maybe I kind of broke the game, broke the save. Then I will probably have to go back one, which will mean I could lose a little bit progress, not too much actually. A few farms, maybe a few houses, uh, that forestry area which I created. That should basically be it, if I'm not mistaken. I might be missing something. Yeah, I added a few trees somewhere. And that's easily fixed though, so it's not like a big deal actually. Let's try and see if this works. It took quite a while actually for the game to load. Guess I'll just have to wait a while. And there we go. Got inside. Let's take a look and see what kind of things have been touched. This area is still intact. These bushes still exist, so that's pretty new. This exists, this exists. There should be no change then, I guess. Everything is okay. That's good. Now I'm gonna take a look over here and add a few more houses in this area. First add a straight road like that and connect with here and here, and just add these really random roads like this, which should connect more houses. Electricity spot here. I'm just gonna use the anarchy mode and override that. That should be good. If I now add some houses here, this should look quite fine. water pipeline. Let's try and see. Also, I should probably remove some of the trees here. These are still counted, even though they are underneath the house. So if you do that enough, it will eventually make you reach the tree limit. First house here. Let's actually plop up a small playground here to make this progress go a bit faster. Yeah, and that seemed to help a bit. They're strangely building over here, even though I built the playground here. I have no idea why. Let's see, I could increase the residential demand a bit to make this go faster. See, now they are building here as well. And I could also add a store about here. And another one here. Just a few grocery stores. Restrict that so they don't get too tall. Since this is a pretty rural area. See, no shops here yet. Not at all. Strange. What's this? Quiet corner shop. Let's take a look and see how that is looking. Okay, that doesn't look too bad actually. Let's see, where else? Have they built anything over here yet? Nope. At this point I will just try to find a already constructed building like that. Drag it over here, and now they have started building. How wonderful! When I finally decide to just go somewhere else, they already have started building. Huh. Well, that's life, I guess. What's this? Open every day, 6 a.m., 11 a.m. What? That's kinda strange, isn't it? Oh, I see. Why would they wanna reach the audience from above? It's not like there's a lot of shoppers coming down here, is it? In fact, they don't exist in the Skylines even. Well, that's good. A huge fire here, which is not good. I could just remove that using the movie tool. There we go. That's kind of cheating, I guess. Remove the trees here, that's good. Yeah, that's good. A new house should pop up there anytime soon. Let's take a look at fire hazard. It's pretty bad here. I should add a fire station, so this and this area is a bit safer, even though this area is probably not as affected since this station is a bit closer. The fire trucks have to drive all the way here and here, so basically this is closer. But at least these have a new fire station for covering fires, which should be good. UFO here. Let's try and follow that. It's landing. Interesting. Let's see. Let's take a look at that landing. Steep turn here. And it's kind of aimed for the runway, I guess. That's how the UFOs do it. Interesting. They don't even wait for the runway to clear, as usual. Just land anyways. See even more planes. Just keep coming in. Something goes wrong, well, that's up to them to fix. It's at least quite efficient. You can't deny that. How many planes can get here? 0 passengers. What? No. Can't be. Oh, okay, so each of these planes transport like 5 passengers. So that's why they use so many. That's not economically smart at all. Why would you send so many planes? And this plane has 0 passengers, okay? Fair enough. Maybe he will find some more at another station. This one has 10 passengers. Oh! What did just happen? Okay. I almost lost my English right there. What? What just happened? The plane... I'm really confused right now. Hold on, I gotta check that in the stream. Okay, it's quite long, so it's hard to find the exact place. Let's see. Okay, that's about it. Just waiting for the UFO to land. They do kind of fly in very rapidly. Let's check the info here. See how many travels with plane. 63 per week. That's not good at all. How do I increase that? Maybe I have to increase the budget. Let's try and max out the airplane budget here. Maybe that will work. Well, yeah. I'm gonna end it there with a nice view of the city here. You can watch however long you want. I'm gonna stay here until I can find that moment in the live stream when the plane flies in a strange way. And I'm gonna tell you the exact moment. Okay, so it's about... Okay, I can't really tell you that because it's just saying minus 3 minutes ago. I'll be able to put that in the description when the live stream is finished. So I'll just end it right there. And see you another time. A great having this live stream with you folks. If you want to see more, you can subscribe, you know, maybe like the video, whatever suits your opinion. So yeah, see you another time.